Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Valsa. It's been a minute since our last video on this channel, and I just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on both with the KvK and with the channel. So we'll start with the KvK. Our KvK, it's us, ED, and our allies A2G and UHA versus the 25 Alliance, BNR, and WG, all right? And let's say, I think it's been about 4 or 5 days since the Dragon Zone opened, and we got another week or so until the season summary. And since the Dragon Zones opened, and honestly even before the Dragon Zones opened, we've seen pretty heavy fighting, right? A couple days before the Dragon Zone, we pushed in through the level 6 pass into the BNR and WG Zone 3, and we've seen intense fighting there. We've seen intense fighting in the Dragon Zone and also our Zone 3 as well. And it might continue for another week at this rate. Okay, so how's it going? Not great, Bob. So the other alliance, WG, BNR, and 25, they control the Dragon right now. And I would say they have pretty firm control of the Dragon, right? You look at the Dragon Plateau, all three of them are on that plateau, and none of our coalition is on the plateau. Now, there still is fighting in the Dragon Zone, so I wouldn't say it was necessarily over yet. But you'd certainly say it's going to be an uphill battle for our coalition to get back on that Dragon Zone. And obviously we have a lot of fighting in the Zone 3s as well, right? So that's better a week, putting in very long hours. That's the state of the KvK right now. So why is that relevant? Well, for me, I find that when I'm doing these very long hours, I just don't have the time or the energy to produce the videos that I normally produce, right? The things like Warped Academy or budget builds, etc., those might take me 6+, 8+ hours to produce one video, even after I've decided what I'm going to make the video on and exactly what I want to say. And when I'm just fighting this intently, I just find that I don't have that time or the energy to produce the videos. I got to find a way to, either do these ahead of time or, get more efficient, etc. So I apologize for not having the content. I'm working on it. Now you might say, hey, the obvious answer is to stream the KvK, right? Show these fights. And that's right. I think that is the right answer. I just got to get better at that. So here's the deal, right? Before I started this channel, it's only been about 3 months now. I had never done YouTube. I had never done any sort of streaming, anything like that. And so I'm a neophyte at all of this. I focused on the recorded content, the curated content up first. And I'm not saying I'm an expert at that, but, at least I'm more familiar with that than streaming, which I've just started recently. And I've realized that there's a lot of things in streaming I got to fix up to make it more effective for me, to make it a better experience. The other thing I've realized is I'm just not going to really have the time to figure that out until I get some good downtime, in the home kingdom when the KvK ends. So I'm going to stream what I can here right now, but it's like I just don't like the product I'm producing right now. I got to get better. I'm going to get better. It just might take a minute, right? So this weekend we have Row. I'll stream the 2 matches if, I'm not fighting at the moment, if I have time to be in those matches. But going forward, people, hey, put the chat overlay on there, have some sort of, the background, etc. Hey, those are good suggestions. I'm working on it. I'll try to get there soon. The other thing I find is that, I'm one of the war leads for Eternal Ducks, and when there's heavy fighting, I find it very difficult to multitask, stream the fighting, narrate what's going on, talk to the chat, at the same time talk to my alliance, give them instructions, discuss with their officers how the battlefield's developing. And basically I've decided that right now I owe to my alliance to lead them through this fight, and then I need to get the setup together to provide the good streaming content I want going forward. So expect that from me in our next season, and I'm sorry I wasn't up to the task for this season. So what should you expect going forward from the channel? Hey, this is still a Warped focused channel. I'm still going to bring you plenty of content on the Warpeds. Hey, if you've got that Doom pet you want, send it in. I'd be happy to review it. If you got a question about a budget build or how to fix your pet, send those in too. What am I working on now? I'm still working on my Auric. I'm getting pretty close, so hopefully I'll be able to 3-star that pretty soon. Hey, it's doing great. This is a very strong pet. In addition to the Warped content, there's some other stuff going forward. I'm still a Flying Cav player. Earlier this season, I was using my Flying Cav, and they were not performing well for me, and I was getting actually a little frustrated with them. And so I made some big, pretty radical changes to how I organize those marches. And since I've made those changes, they're doing great again. So I'm excited to bring you a video about the updates to Flying Cav. I've made some suggestions going forward. And the other thing is I'll start focusing more on, just the heroes in general, how to build them out, what I find the best build is. Like, for example, we have this new hero, Marduk. Right now, I use him as my like runestone fetcher because he's awfully quick. But there's some interesting things here, and I'll be talking about that. Some stuff about like, hey, what war pet to use him, but just how to use him in general as well. Hey, so that's what you should expect from the channel going forward. We've had a ton of fighting this season, and while it's not quite over, you'd fairly say it's not trending in the direction you'd love it to go. But hey, we play this game to fight, to have fun, and I've had a ton of fun this season. I want to thank everyone for supporting my channel, and look for more content from me in the near future.